Hey guys, how you doing? Carell Cooper with OnTheBlack.com. I'm here with a special guest today, Colin Ake of BravesBlast.com. Hey Colin, how you doing?
How's it going, Corral?
Doing good, doing good.
Good.
So just wanted to chat with you a little bit about the upcoming series between the Braves and Mets right after the All-Star break. Before we get
Sure.
into that though, why don't you give the viewing audience a little background about yourself and BravesBlast.com?
Absolutely. I'm Colin Ake. I'm one of the founding members of BravesBlast.com. We're a Braves blog run by a few avid fans. We probably have five or six people who write for us from time to time. Kind of came up with the idea of, hey, we need to, we're all big fans. I've been here my whole life. Everyone who writes with me has been in Atlanta pretty much their whole lives and they're huge Braves fans. So I've been following the Braves since 92 is actually the first moment I remember is Sid's slide against Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Been with the Braves a long way.
So you
Used to
you you
winning.
were you were spoiled in the beginning when they were winning
Oh
all
man,
the NL East titles.
I did not know baseball could go downhill so quickly.
Yeah, yeah,
Put
you're
it that
you're
way.
you're like you're like you were like young Yankee fans here who all they know is playoffs every year.
Yeah, no, we got used to that here, and it's rough. I'll tell you that it's rough
Yeah, yeah,
watching it where it's at. So
gotcha, gotcha. So first half, Braves are 43 and 45 right now. They're in third place, 6 games out. Your thoughts on the first half of the Braves and where they're at right now?
Um, first half of the Braves, you got three categories: offense, defense. I'm sorry, offense, the pitching, and then the bullpen.
Right.
Pitching's been phenomenal. I love our rotation, especially with Hanson up now. Um, I really don't think we have a bad person in the rotation. The people who've been kind of being hit up recently are I mean, but he's had no run support, and I think if we get him a little more offense behind him, we're going to have some more success.
Right.
The Braves are a better team than they've performed, and the offense has just not gone well at all for us. That's our big weakness,
hmm
and the bullpen's been off and on.
Well, you're not
You
going to
know,
get any sympathy about offense considering all the injuries we have, and we don't score any runs right now. So,
I don't have much sympathy for Mets fans either, so it's okay.
well, hey, look at it this way: we our dislike for you, you guys aren't number one on the hit list anymore. It's the Phillies now. So,
Okay, we can both hate on the Phillies, right?
yeah, yeah. So, all right, cool. And now, obviously, the big thing that interests most Braves and Mets fans is the Ryan Church, Jeff Francoeur trade.
Yeah,
Here I'm kind of gauging it here in the New York area is as 50-50. I think the folks here that didn't like the trade. Probably more so because the Mets never really gave Ryan Church a chance here to win the right field job. Um, and also they're looking at the stats and think that it's kind of a wash. They think that the
right,
Mets really didn't do anything in the short term to improve their team. Now, obviously, Francoeur is very talented, and there's always the upside there. He's still young. But wanted to get
right.
your thoughts on the trade from the Braves perspective, and what are the Braves fans saying about it?
So the deal with Frank Coors, it's almost like Braves baseball. You grew up spoiled. We had Frank Coor the first half of his first season here, and he hit something ridiculous, like 400, 420, somewhere. I mean, he was nasty.
Right,
Um, the first half of the year he came up, but then people caught on to him. They kind of adjusted their approach, and he just hasn't been able to adjust.
right,
Um, so Frank Coor, we had a bad season with him last year, and he went and adjusted his bad approach and was going to be better this year and came out and played better in spring training, but just didn't perform well in the regular season,
right,
we all really feel bad for him. Everyone likes Frank Gore. He's a very likable guy. He's very nice. He's very outgoing. He was actually, I guess 2 years ago, you would have guessed he would have been the face of the Braves for many years to come. But
yeah,
he couldn't adjust like we thought he could. So the upside is I think maybe a change of scenery might do him some good, and I wish him, personally the best. He's a great guy. He seems like a really nice guy, um, and everyone loves him.
right,
But as far as the trade, um, you know, it's kind of 50-50.
right.
Some people were going back and forth. Church isn't much better than Frank Coor. Well, Church is for better average, even if he doesn't produce as much. We need someone who can just hit, you know, any improvement in our offense is an improvement right now, I think. So what that does is it lets us be able to platoon Church and Matt Diaz in right field, and
Okay.
we can let Garrett Anderson play in left. Garrett's been hot recently. He's in like 320 over the past 10 or 15 games, something like that, last I looked. So,
Yeah, I thought that was a good signing for you guys in the offseason anyway.
yeah. So, and Diaz is a good player, but he's not an everyday player quite yet.
Right.
So, um, offense is shaping up, but I'm not sure the Church trade's really an upgrade for us.
Yeah, and that's the way I kind of looked at it too. Is with all the, especially with all the injuries the Mets have right now, and really,
Yeah.
I think needed to make a trade that significantly improved the team right now. I don't think that did it, but
Right.
and I believe that Francoeur is in the last year of his deal, so there's no guarantee that he's even going to be a Met next year. I,
Let's see
I
here.
I
I think
could be
he
wrong, but looking that up real quick.
looking that up. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, okay.
I know he's getting paid 4 point something, 4.7 million. 4 point, it was an art. It's somewhere in the $4 million range right now.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Look at me. I just looked up Braves contracts. He's on the Mets. I'm not used to that yet. Um, I don't know if he's in the last year of his deal or not, but he's got some upside. I think long term, if he can turn it around.
Right.
Yeah, he's making 3.75 million this year, but I think he still has a couple years he's under team control before he's a free agent.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure.
Well then I stand corrected in that sounds a little bit better then. That's good. But yeah, upside there. We'll see what happens, I guess. How do you think? What do you think about him returning home so quickly after this trade? And how do you think fans will react? How you think he's gonna be pressing in this
I
series? What
think
do you think?
I think you'll, as far as fans treating him, he's going to get a mixed reaction. Mostly supportive, probably some people who just want to hate on him for not having a stellar season.
Right.
But I think everyone feels bad for him, even if they think it's a good move for the Braves and for him.
Right.
Even if it's a good move, it's still rough to see someone that was that kind of a hometown boy, grown up playing baseball in and around the city, going up, to New York of all places. So I think we're all supportive of him. It's just one of those wish he would have performed better and wish he could stick around.
Right.